right, well right now I am in the unfinished expansion of the Gettysburg Museum of History. And we've done several unboxing videos on this channel, unboxing, pretty cool historic artifacts. And Eric has been saving a few boxes until I could come back. And this is going to likely be the most ridiculous one yet, because we have got some big old boxes that we are going to be unboxing. That one is heavy as heck. This one, I have no idea what's in. And then we have this beast down here. So, got some interesting things that we are going to be unpacking today.
So back by popular demand, an unboxing video, and this is, I guess we'll call this the mega unboxing video because we're getting into some really big items. These all came in very recently and they're all big items. So we'll get out the trusty Fallschirmjäger knife, cut into here. And we have styrofoam packing material, which I hate. So bear with me while I pull this out. This is huge. Wow. I feel like we're gonna have a big mess here. Ooh, static peanuts, my favorite. Ooh. Got a little weight to it. And push this down here. And
oh wow.
Alright, so I'm going to use scissors since this is wrapped the way it is. This might take a while.
This might.
Alright, well, maybe we'll fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to do a jump cut here. That is the biggest Mein Kampf I've ever seen.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the Gauleiter edition, I believe it's called. It's got these hooks on the side here. Open that up and open her up.
Oh my gosh.
For those old guys that need reading glasses, you can read it without your reading glasses. So this is, yeah, it's just a giant edition of Mein Kampf, but this is what they call the Gauleiter edition, and these were presented to the various Gauleiters throughout the Reich. And yeah, giant print. And of course, these are extremely rare because how many of these survived the war? Ooh, particularly interesting passage there apparently. But yeah, looks like it's all there. Very interesting. I've seen a few of these before. This is the first one we've had here. I saw one, I believe my friend Bill Shea had one at the Max show recently. But yeah, pretty interesting and extremely rare. And I think we're going to be offering this on the website at some point. And you have to look for it on the website. Very interesting for sure. All right, we're ready for this one. This weighs a lot, so might have to cut a little bit here because I know opening this is going to be awkward, and I'm sure there's all kinds of weird packing material in here. Okay. Let's see how they did this. Looks like there's an empty box to brace this thing. Okay, it's maybe a box within a box. Yeah. There's something in here too. Oh, I know what this is. I would sent pictures of this. This is a Holocaust artifact. It's a ghetto coat.
Oh my
From the
gosh.
ghettos. And it still has the Jewish star on. A lot of moth damage on this one, but it's very rare to find one of these with the star still on it. This was found in an attic in Poland, and yeah, very, very rare. As you can see, there's some rodent damage or insect damage on here, but just to find one with a star like that, it's very moving. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I kind of, I know the big piece in there, but I kind of forgot this was coming, so very interesting. So something else that was in this box. Oh, I do remember it now. They usually email me, but yeah, we get so much stuff, I kind of forget what's coming because sometimes it's a several week delay, but this was a Hitler painting. Looks kind of frightening in that picture, but this was taken by a U.S. vet. It was cut off of a frame, but yeah, Hitler's eyes look kind of stoned or something in there, and it has the painter. Forget if no, it doesn't have anything on the back, but there's the artist, 1938.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they would do that. It was hard to send home a painting, so they would just take the canvas part and roll it up and send it home.
Wow.
So what was at the bottom of that giant box that we struggled to get out is this very heavy bronze bust of Frederick the Great. And this is considered a fine art piece, and it's, like I said, super heavy. And it was produced during the Third Reich era. You know, Hitler idolized Frederick the Great, and a lot of the other Nazi leaders would have had something like this in their homes or sometimes in public buildings. But it does have foundry marks, and you know, the sculptor is known, and it's one of those pieces that's considered a Third Reich art piece. And you know, and people who collect this kind of stuff can get away with it. It's a Third Reich piece, but it's actually a pre-Third Reich figure, so it's pretty desirable piece. I think its value is up into the 5 figures. It's a pretty expensive piece. So I believe we're going to offer this on the website. It depends on what. This was sent to us by one of our consigners, and he's either going to loan it to the museum or we're going to sell it on the website as per his request. We haven't quite gotten the directions on this one yet, but that's what was in that giant box, and I really fought to get him out, but Frederick the Great.
All right, now it's time to see what's in this big boy right here.
Okay, so we cut this big box open, and it took about way too long for camera time, so we cheated a little bit. So we did cut it open And there's enough tape on here to ship 50 boxes, I think. So we're gonna open this up, drop it down. Here's another layer here, and oh boy, here's more packing material. All right, so perhaps we will cut again, and I'll get through this layer, and then we'll come back. All right, well that was a lot of work, a lot of cutting, and a lot of bubble wrap. But here it is. This is one of the largest wall eagles that we've seen, made of a combination of materials, some metal and some plaster in there. Pretty amazing, and this particular eagle is supposedly, it's the same one, it looks the same. It's pictured in a book, Reichsbahn Eagles, so we'll show you that in a minute, with some GIs in the same room. So it was, theoretically this was shipped home by these guys, and I don't see how they did it, but anyway, someone shipped it to me, so I guess it's possible. And back then they would use crates instead of regular boxes, but this is a big wall eagle.
Eric mentioned that there is a photo of this eagle in a reference book, and you can see it. It's not this eagle right here, but it's this one up here on the wall. And you might be looking at that and at first think, well, that eagle doesn't look big enough, but you have to keep in mind, it's way high up on the wall, and the photographer is a little bit far away, but yeah, this is the eagle that we just looked at in that big old box. Got one more thing, not quite as big, but definitely kind of cool, that we're going to take a look at here.
All right, so here's another unboxing. Now this isn't in the same category even, but I'm pretty excited to take a look at this actually. I was notified that this was coming. I've been waiting for it for a while. This is a project I worked on a little while ago, and pretty excited to see the results. So recently in England, a publishing company reprinted Band of Brothers. They sent me 2 copies, that's nice. And they asked me if I was, they kept seeing a reference to the Gettysburg Museum of History for Band of Brothers and the artifacts and some of the photographs. So they contacted me and they asked me if I was able to provide some of the photographs, and I said I was. I have some of the original negatives and some of the original photographs, including the cover that they did a really cool wraparound cover of, and we own the original negative of that photograph. And throughout the book there are several photographs attributed to us, or well, at least we provided them. I haven't looked at it yet, but we provided some of the Forrest Guth photos that we had originals of, and some of the other ones in here. And the way we have those photos is, we have Dick Winter's photo albums, but we also have a lot of Easy Company photos that were given to major winners. And the way that happened was when Stephen Ambrose, and the reason why Band of Brothers and their publishers don't have the photos really anymore is, that book came out a long time ago, and scanning was different, and digital scanning was, I guess, not even around yet. So after Dr. Stephen Ambrose worked on this book, and it was going to be published, he sent all the photo materials back to Dick Winters. And because most of the men who had sent photos in at Major Winter's request sent it directly to Dick Winters. Dick Winters then sent it to Stephen Ambrose. And when Stephen Ambrose was finished, he sent it all back to Dick Winters. And that's why we now have, since we have the Dick Winters collection, we have a lot of the men from Easy Company's original photos as well. So if you go down here, some of them are Gettysburg Museum of History, Gettysburg Museum of History. I mean, there's some other sources as well. We didn't have all the ones they were after, but we had a lot of the ones that were originally used in the original Band of Brothers. And I'm looking through here, and it looks like they have other photos that were not in the original edition. But anyway, this is a new edition, has a very nice slip cover here, and really happy and glad to have been part of this project, and glad I could provide the photos to them.
All right, well, there you go. Those are just a few more of the wild things that come in here to the Gettysburg Museum of History on a weekly basis. Pretty neat. And when you come to Gettysburg, hey, you can come to the museum and check all this stuff out for yourself.